Alright, what is up everybody? It's Joe from JLW Games coming at you with another cool video, and today we're going to be talking about Planet Coaster 2. A little bit has been going up and everyone's been talking about it. Not a whole lot of people, but there's been some people talking about it now that we're in 2022 and there's still no sign of Planet Coaster 2. Now, if you have seen my channel before, you'll know that I might have posted a couple of videos talking about Planet Coaster 2, why it will happen, maybe when we could expect it, and everything like that. So I think the soonest I said we could expect it was late 2022, around November, was the absolute soonest we could actually see it at all. Now, I don't think that's going to be the case. I think our date is going to be around 2023 or 2024. Just to talk about it right away, I think it's going to be in one of those 2 years. And there's been a few sources that I've seen. I don't know how legitimate much of it is, so you can't really take it completely. Nothing is officially confirmed unless it comes from Frontier themselves. So just remember that. I have heard that we might start seeing marketing for the game and for everything for the game starting in late 2023. So like over a year. So like late 2023 we could start seeing marketing. They'll announce it and start marketing the game. Now this tells me that the game could probably release early 2024 to late 2024. Now it could potentially, they could start marketing it close to a year before it actually releases. I could see that happening, but with Frontier's track record, they usually announce something and it comes out within a few months. So they usually keep secret right up until they're ready to announce it. Now, is Planet Coaster 2 still happening? Has it been canceled or anything like that? There's no way this game's been canceled. However, this game has probably been delayed. We've been in a pandemic. Pretty much everything in existence has been delayed. So whether it's games or just movies, everything's been delayed lately. So I don't think, if it wasn't for the pandemic, this game would probably already be released or be releasing this year, if I had to guess. But I still think this game is coming out, and I'm going to say early 2024, late 2023 at the very, very earliest. Again, we don't have any official news or sources or anything like that. I think there's been a couple of stuff. It's been very quiet on these rumors. Like there hasn't been much that's come out about this, and nothing that has been a reliable source, I don't think. There's some that could be reliable, but, we just don't know for sure until we hear something from Frontier in general. Now, I'll be continue to be playing Planet Coaster until that game gets announced or released. You best bet I'm going to be doing my best to try and get my hands on early access, anything like that. I would love to because I would be playing the heck out of it, and I'd be, of course, giving my feedback to Frontier right away and everything. And if I do get early access, I would love for them to hopefully allow content to be created on it and everything. That would be awesome, because I absolutely love Frontier. They have given me options. They send me emails once in a while to try and get early access keys, but I think I've missed out on pretty much all of them. I think it's because I think they're only giving out a certain amount, and if you're not one of the first ones, it's basically a first come first serve, I believe, or something along those lines, probably. But getting back into the topic, Planet Coaster 2 is definitely going to happen, in my opinion. There's still doubters out there, I think. There's still doubters, and there's still those that think that they don't need to release a second game. And in my personal opinion, I think they do need to release a second game, because it can really be, everything can update. If you guys have played Planet Coaster and Planet Zoo, you can see the difference when they start on a new game. You can see the improvements right away in Planet Zoo. Graphically, I feel like the game was slightly better optimized. It feels a little bit smoother. Of course, it could be optimized differently because, you got roller coasters and a lot of moving stuff, as opposed to like zoos, which is just basically lots of AI, I guess you could say, with the animals and the guests and everything like that. They could still carry over assets. A lot of people don't think the second game's a good idea because they don't want to spend money on a new game. I would love to spend money on a new game if it is worth buying. If we get Planet Coaster 2 and it is even better than Planet Coaster 1, like they make a lot of improvements and everything like that, I would be all over the game right away. I would buy it in a heartbeat. I'd buy it no matter what probably. But it sounds like there's a couple of other things I've heard that they're not potentially going to improve the pathing system and that it will remain the same. Now, a lot of people are going to be upset if that is the case because a lot of people hate the pathing system in Planet Coaster. I personally don't mind it to a certain degree. The only thing that sucks with the pathing system mainly is when it's working with terrain. That is the hardest to work with. If they can maybe make some adjustments with the pathing on that, a lot of people just want like a paint tool where you can paint it, and I think that would be fantastic too, but it would be kind of, I think, difficult to implement in a certain way. Not really. I mean, you could use it like the terrain tool, but the edges, if you want nice, clean edges, I feel like that'd be kind of hard to figure out, if that makes sense. So the current pathing system makes that a little bit easier in that regard. So there's a lot of pros to and cons. I guess there's pros and cons to both ways, and I can understand why Frontier would want to keep the same pathing system. It would make it easier for them to focus on other things, but this is one of the biggest requests, I think, is to change the pathing system and the coaster smoothing system. I haven't heard anything about coaster smoothing or anything. Again, there's very, very little information or rumors on Planet Coaster 2 at all in general, so I'm just here to kind of think about when it's going to come out. And I, again, think it's going to be late 2023, early 2024. Around that time period, I think we're going to see Planet Coaster 2. And at the very latest, it could be late 2024. So I think it's going to be within that year, late 2023 to late 2024, within that time span. I think it's going to be within that year at some point. And again, if you know Frontier, they advertise their stuff sometimes right before they release it. You know, when that DLC comes out, they announce it, and it comes out a week later. It's usually available the very next week, a week from the day they announce it. That's usually how they do the DLC. As for announcing the games, I can't remember exactly how far it was for Jurassic World Evolutions 2 announcement. I think it was like 2 to 3 months right before it came out. They announced it. So Frontier announces stuff very, very late. Like, they announce it and say, oh, by the way, this is going to be available in a few months, just weeks away. Like, it's going to be available right away. So it kind of is, it's kind of an interesting marketing scheme, because you kind of like, oh crap, this is awesome. It builds hype right away, and it builds more hype knowing that you don't have to wait that long. And, we don't know what's going on. For all we know, there is no Planet Coaster 2. I firmly believe there is, and that it is going to be happening. I think the Planet franchise is, I even heard some sort of sources or rumors that there might be a game, I think that can combine the zoo aspects as well. So I still think water parks will be an expansion pack or DLC later down the line. I think that could potentially be a thing for Planet Coaster 2. I have videos on those topics already, but I want to hear you guys, what you think in the comments section. I can understand why people don't want a game, but at the same time, I really want a second game. It has so much potential to be one of the best theme park simulation. I mean, look at Roller Coaster Tycoon franchise. Obviously, it crashed and burned, but the first two games. The first game was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Planet Coaster 1, absolutely brilliant. Just remember that. It's absolutely brilliant. Yes, it could use some improvements here and there. It's the first in the franchise. Roller Coaster Tycoon was a masterpiece to a lot of people. To some people, that is the best Roller Coaster Tycoon game and Roller Coaster theme park sim game of all time. And I couldn't tell you how many hours I have in Planet Coaster or in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. I almost said Planet Coaster 2. So, with Planet Coaster 2 on the horizon, Imagine they could do the same thing. Build off a brilliant game and add to it, fix some of the stuff that the feedback they got into the second game. Okay, fix some of that, already a brilliant game, Planet Coaster. I play it more than any other game I've ever played. Fix a little few things, add some more features, add some more to Planet Coaster 2. Who knows? The possibilities are endless. I've given out a lot of ideas for Planet Coaster 2, and I hope maybe Frontier hears me sometimes. I know they watch some of my videos, so I would love to hear, I hope they watch some of my Planet Coaster 2 speculations and my Planet Coaster 2 wants and stuff. I hope they think about that, because there's so many. I'm not going to expect everything, all the suggestions and stuff. I'm not going to expect them to get everything, How can we? But if they get some of the essential stuff that we want in the game, that's all you can ask for. So I think, again, Planet Coaster 2 will be between late 2023 and late 2024. I think it's going to be in that time span. I just think it is. All right. Again, I'd love to hear in the comment section what you guys think. I personally believe that's what's going to happen. But I'll let you guys be the judge, and I can understand why some people don't want this game to happen. I really want it to happen. I'm always for sequels in these types of games, because they can just build off of what they've already created and make it even better. And I don't mind supporting and paying for a new game if it's good enough. And again, the gap is big enough. We bought the first game in 2016. We've been playing since 2016. The second game, if it's like 2024, that's an 8-year gap between games. That's a pretty big gap. And Planet Coaster only costed like $40. I know I'm not including like the DLC. Again, I don't mind DLC if it improves the game. And I don't mind supporting if I just want the best game possible. And if it means I need to fork out just a little bit extra money on DLCs and stuff, it's totally worth it, in my opinion. And I understand money can be hard to come by, so for a lot of people, But I think overall we deserve the best theme park simulation of all time, and I think if anyone's gonna deliver it, it's gonna be Frontier. There's but other games out there that are fantastic. Parkitect. And Roller Coaster Tycoon. I'm just kidding. I'm not talking about Roller Coaster Tycoon World. But anyways, but yeah, I want to hear you guys' thoughts in the comments. What are your guys' thoughts on Planet Coaster 2? Should the game happen? Do you think it should happen? If not, tell me why. I definitely interested to see why. And most of the time it's because people don't want to pay for another game, which is understandable. But at the same time, who knows what we could get with the second game? It could be so much better for all we know. Who knows what we'd be messing out if we didn't get it. But let me know in the comments what you guys think, and I'm going to catch you guys in the next video or live stream, whatever it may be. I'm trying to stay active, and hopefully I can come up with more speculation video for you guys and keep this up. But I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day and even cooler tomorrow, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks, and goodbye.